Medhi. This is something I wanted to tell you about before we even got into the Program 3 report. You know, I don't know if you've ever done anything in the theater where you've really embarrassed yourself and said something really stupid in the wrong place. And when it does happen and you are embarrassed, it means that you were wrong. It was inappropriate. And I have to realize that I'm a public figure now. I'm not anonymous. From a YouTube channel, people recognize me on the SkyTrain and things like that. And I represent a lot of people, my production team and my creative team in Mexico, who are very dependent upon me. And I just need to be a little more thoughtful. And I was really embarrassed. And I realized it's hard, but I need to grow up. I don't want to do it. You know, I don't like meetings. I don't socialize at all. I never go to restaurants, rarely, 3 or 4 times, and I think you've been there for one of them. And I'm pretty opinionated, but it has to be at the right time. Imagine if I'm in the hallway of the Queen Elizabeth Theatre and I make a comment about the emerging choreographers, and their mother or one of their friends is within earshot. That would be so hurtful. But, I was going to ask a question pertaining to that at the session, and as always, you answer my questions before I can ask them. Because what you shared with me and what I need to understand is that I need to embrace all of it. You know, there were some stinkers. You know, to be honest, last year was a couple of stinkers, real stinkers. And this year, there was a couple, not so bad. That's all a part of it. And I need to embrace all of it. And I'm gonna try to rise to the occasion. And I swear to God, I'll never ever say anything negative about anybody in the theater with a crowd around. Again, it's just not the right place and the right time. So anyway, I'm sorry. And I'll do my best. You know, I'm an old dog, but I'm still trying to learn some new tricks. So on to Program 3. We got a lot to think about. Marketing, a constantly moving target. The thing about the marketing of BalletBC, what you put out there really tells us who you are. The highest quality of any of the marketing of anybody in the city. Love the pre-show video. I just sent the link to my team in Mexico and projected onto the screen. I want to do something similar that I don't have the quality of film that I could project it on the screen, but maybe something in the lobby. And I might also include a little bit of a pre-show talk from me with the translation. But I really loved that. I loved it. And I just got it today on the YouTube channel, and that's how I could send it to everybody. So thank you for that. Very effective. One of the things that I absolutely love about BalletBC is the pre-show talks. And the one that we had with Johan was just absolutely mesmerizing. It's just, you know, I've been around a lot of the great masters just through luck or situation. And I really felt it from him. It was like a Balanchine. It was like one of the great ones, Martha Graham or a Ruth Page. He had that same, you know, I think it's called darshan, and the force of the master, and it just... I don't know if you looked at, in terms of marketing this year, the biggest, most successful marketing was Vancouver Opera. And it's ironic because it's not the best quality. Let's be honest, the singers are not the kind of singers that we used to get here. Remember, we used to have Joan Sutherland regularly, and at least my friend Iglesias Gutierrez was here a couple of times. Tier. See, the production was great, but it's not the same quality as BalletBC, not even close. But they blew it away in terms of marketing. It was price conscious. They had Boxing Day sales, and they had price changes, and they had last minute this, and they even had $10 rush seats 2 hours before the show. They filled that house. So they did really, really well. And it was the marketing. It was very proactive, very interactive. There was just lots going on, always something new. And Les was right out there as the face of Vancouver Opera. It was spectacular. I don't know. Eduardo Angulo, my incredible composer, Mexican composer, he won't take any money from me. So I'm going to buy him a trip next year, get him to Vancouver for the Carmen, last program of Carmen, and first program of Program 3, BalletBC. And I would love you to meet him. I would just like you to meet him and have a relationship with him, because he just writes such beautiful music. It's just all made for dance. I was thrilled to see we got a Mexican in the summer intensive. Right now we're running a GoFundMe page in Mexico to make sure that he has enough money to get here. Also, once he's here, I'll take care of him. I'll get him his transit pass. He can stay in the tent. Behind there becomes a tent in the dining room for traveling Mexicans, artists. And I'll get him there and keep him well fed. So once he gets here, he won't need anything. And